This video will cover the sand replacement method, which is known as the cone method. The aim of this test is to determine the compaction characteristics of the given soil on site. In order to perform this test, you need the following: the sand cone density apparatus, a mold, a hold plate, a scoop, a caliper, a small excavation tool, a balance, and a clean, dry, and non-cemented sand. First, you need to obtain the bulk density of the sand. So, measure the diameter and the height of your mold. Make sure that the sand cone density apparatus opening is locked. Then, start to fill the sand cone density apparatus with the sand till you reach the reference hole on its sides. Measure the mass of the apparatus with the sand. Put the sand cone density apparatus on top of the mold. Release the apparatus handle, allowing the sand to flow throughout the opening. When the flow stops, lock the opening. Measure the mass of the apparatus with the remaining sand. Remove all the excess sand on top of the mold. Measure the mass of the mold with the sand. Now you can obtain the bulk density, which we will get back to it in the calculation part. The second part of this experiment is on site, but first, fill the sand cone density apparatus with the sand and measure its weight. Place the hold plate on top of your soil. Start to excavate the soil and place the excavated material on the plate. You should excavate till you reach a depth of 15 cm. Measure the weight of the excavated material and take some samples to measure the water content, which we had covered in a previous video. Click here or on the link in the description box. Now, place the sand cone density apparatus on top of the hole. Release the apparatus handle, allowing the sand to fill the hole. When the flow stops, lock the opening. Measure the mass of the apparatus with the remaining sand. Now the calculation part. We have the following data which has been obtained from a laboratory experiment. First, we need to obtain the bulk density of our sand. Write equal, then select mass of the mold with the sand and subtract it from mass of the empty mold. Put them in parentheses and divide them by the volume of the mold. Now we need the mass of the sand in the cone. To do this, write equal, then select mass of the apparatus with the sand before, minus mass of the apparatus with the sand after, open a parenthesis, minus, open a parenthesis, mass of the full mold, minus mass of the empty one, close parenthesis. And by this, we finish the calculation in the lab. On-site calculation. We have water content which has been determined. Now we need the mass of the sand that filled the hole. To do this, write equal, mass of the apparatus with the sand before, minus mass with the apparatus after, and also minus mass of the sand within the cone, which we had calculated. Okay, now we need to get the volume. We know that density equal mass over volume, so volume equal mass over density. So click equal, select the mass and divide it by density. We got the volume. Now we need bulk density. Bulk density equal weight of our soil which has been taken from site divided by volume. Now we need the raw dry density, which is equal bulk density divided by, open a parenthesis, 1 plus the water content. Close the parenthesis, click equal. And by that we were able to obtain the compaction characteristics of the given soil on site.